Good morning. The best time to come down to the beach on your paddleboard is first thing. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning and I've literally got it all to myself, and the sea is just like a mill pond. Just look how clear the water is. It's quite shallow for quite a way and then it does get a lot deeper, but it's absolutely beautiful. Bonjour, we are going for a walk now along the front all the way to Port Grimaud. I've been told by the security guard it should only take about 15 minutes from the beach. As you walk along the soft golden sands of the beach through Les Prairies de la Mer in Grimaud, the resort exudes a Polynesian charm with lush, vibrant greenery framing the path and tall swaying palm trees casting playful shadows across the ground. The architecture with its thatched roofs and wooden bungalows creates a relaxed tropical ambience, evoking a sense of peaceful seclusion. The feeling of walking here is both serene and invigorating, as if you've been transported to a remote island paradise. It's an exotic haven where every corner offers a sense of luxury and natural beauty. It's not cheap to stay here. When I looked up, accommodation was ranging from just under £3,000 to nearly £6,000 a week in peak season. Walking from the beach into the town of Port Grimaud, you leave behind the soft sand as you step onto the narrow cobbled path. The town's architecture starts to emerge with charming pastel-coloured buildings and Venetian-inspired facades lining the streets. The balconies adorned with flower boxes. The canals that give Port Grimaud its nickname Little Venice come into view with boats gently bobbing in the water. The origins of Port Grimaud date back to the 1960s. when it was conceived by the French architect François Spoire. Despite its relatively recent development, it has a timeless appeal, embodying the relaxed elegance of the Mediterranean while honouring the region's architectural and maritime history. Port Grimaud is a pedestrian-friendly town. Cars are generally not allowed in the town centre. Instead, most of the transport is by boat, making the town feel like a quiet, traffic-free retreat. So it hasn't taken us very long at all to walk into the centre of Port Grimaud from the campsite, which is brilliant. We went straight along the beach and we walked straight into the centre and there's a market on, so come and have a wander with us.
Non, tu me donnes pas maintenant.
It doesn't take very long at all to walk around the whole of Port Grimaud, and there are boats that tour around the canal, so you can have a little trip on them, or you can also get the boat over Saint-Tropez, and the place to get the boats is just in front of the church here. In the evenings, we would wander along the sandy beach into the town of Port Grimaud, have a walk along the cobbled streets and pick up an ice cream and have a drink in one of the bars before wandering back to the campsite. It really is such a pretty town in the day and at night when it's all lit up with its twinkling lights. Yeah. Our friend stayed at the Holiday Marina Resort in Port Grimaud. This campsite has its own reception, bar and restaurant. It also has a small little supermarket and its own swimming pool. You can also moor your own boat in the Holiday Marina Resort as it has its own marina. The accommodation is made up of apartments and mobile homes. As you can see, all the roads on the site are block paved. Now, it has no toilet or shower blocks as all the pictures are en suite. So let's come and have a nosy. So this is one of the ensuite pictures. You have a sink here. This is your fridge and this is your dishwasher. And then here you have your ensuite shower, which has got 2 sinks, a good sized shower and toilet. They've got the artificial grass as well and gravel for parking your caravan on, which keeps it nice and clean. This is then one of the bigger ensuite pictures. Again, you've got the artificial grass, gravel for your parking your caravan on. Then you've got your fridge, dishwasher, sink, a little bit bigger, and then your ensuite shower room there. We were quoted €126 a night for a pitch on this site. Just a short walk from the site along the road into the town. Bonjour, we have just returned from a lovely morning in Saint-Tropez. So we got the boat from Port Grimaud in the centre. There you can get the boat, but then it made us change at I think it's called Captain Air in Port Grimaud and get on a bigger boat to Saint-Tropez. It was €42 for 2 adults and a child return. They seem to run every hour, so we got the very first boat at 8:35 a.m. this morning. There was a few people on it, wasn't too many. Dog was allowed on it, which was brilliant, and it was a lovely temperature. We travelled then across to the Bay of Saint-Tropez, arrived and admired all these wonderful yachts that were there. Some of them are absolutely huge. They're the biggest yachts I've ever seen, and they certainly put the ones in Port-au-Banous to shame. They have not a patch on them. We did spot that there was a cruise ship in, which made us think it was going to be busy, but because we'd arrived literally by about 9 o'clock in the morning, it was a lovely temperature again, and it wasn't very busy, so we were able to wander around. We found where Sephora, the shop was. There wasn't very many shops open at that point. They tend to open quite late here. And as a special treat and as a splurge, I had booked as breakfast at Dior. I booked it about a month or so in advance. Through email correspondence, and the people there were so friendly. All the staff, they made us feel so welcome, and then also in all the email correspondence they said yes, the dog can come, no problem at all, and they gave us a table in a shaded spot. Lots of the tables were already in shaded areas anyway, but ours was particularly well shaded for Trixie, which was brilliant. We booked it for 10 o'clock, which was when it opens, and there was quite a lot of people queuing that didn't have a reservation, as you can go in and just have a coffee there if you wish, and you can't make a reservation for that, so there was already quite a few people. And I had seen last week on their Instagram socials that they were fully booked for breakfast until the end of August, so I was so pleased that I booked it beforehand. We paid €38 each for the Dior breakfast, where you got a croissant croissant, a pain au chocolat, a rustic bread which had Dior on. You also then got like a crumbly apple cake. It looked a bit like a mini panettone, but then it had an apple compote inside, which was lovely. And you also got a yogurt or fruit salad, a glass of fresh orange juice, and I had the cappuccino with CD on the top, monogrammed, and one of our party also had a hot chocolate, which was really thick and delicious, proper hot chocolate. And the staff there were lovely. They were so good. Obviously we had a daughter and her friend who were 11, and they made them feel so special. They made us all feel really special. And because they couldn't manage all of what they ate, we asked if we could bring it back, and they popped it in a Dior bag for them, which I thought was so kind. Because obviously there was 2 of them and there was only 1 Dior bag, and so when we asked for the bill, we asked, oh, is it possible to have another Dior bag? And they said of course, and they were so kind. And then we wandered up the steps and into the Dior shop and had a mooch around there, and wow, they have some fabulous things in there. Obviously no price tags, and if you need to ask the price, then sure, out of our budget. But it was lovely, and I'm so glad that I booked it, because otherwise I felt like it would have been really hot walking around Saint-Tropez for a few hours, and then by the time you'd have had a drink and some breakfast anyway there, you wouldn't have paid much less than what we paid anyway in Dior, and it was a real splurge and a lovely little treat. So yeah, I definitely recommend Dior if you want to. There is a Louis Vuitton one as well just around the corner, which do I think a similar thing, so maybe for next time. And I believe there's a Dolce & Gabbana one as well. But yeah, definitely recommend it if you fancy le petit déjeuner in Dior de Laces. Apologies, I probably said that totally wrong. Join us next time as we carry on our month-long holiday, but unfortunately have to change our next campsite and find it really hard to find an alternative. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Many thanks for watching, and take care.